Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders, and great millstone who well. Peace and mercy to the Tazadak Akim out there that's laboring this truth with all sincerity. I want to say shalom. All right, and today's topic, is going to go into, different prophecies, how things are, is stirring up. This is proven, the prophecies that we seeing, in the news is proving that we are in the last days, okay? We already knew that through the scriptures that we was in the last days since, beginning when Yahweh Shah came on the scene. But now we're seeing that we're in the last days of the last days, all right? And one thing I want to bring out is this article. Because, what made me want to do this lesson was, when I was driving to work today, okay, I seen, next to the ports, people, striking, all right? And basically, it made me want to do some research. Like, I see people, striking at the ports. So now when I did my research, it says, look, it's the state of freight. It says East Coast port strike. ILA union rejects wage hike offer near 50% as shut down at midnight nears. So what does this represent? All right. This could potentially lead, like I said, it could potentially lead to a famine, because look how everything is coming together. You have drivers striking at ports, and America is a importing country, all right? So now if they shut the ports down, how is goods going to be supplied in the supermarkets? Mainly that, how is supplies going to come to like these stores? How is food going to come to these supermarkets? All right. Everything, is staring up, man. Everything is proving that this could lead to a potential famine. Okay. So with the ports, with the drivers, striking, and mind you, was election going on. All right. We have right now, we have the war between Israel and Iran. And things are stirring up over there in the Middle East as well, because, an article just came out 5 hours ago that now they're beginning grounds operation. So things are stirring up, man. And all these things are happening at the same time. So I won't be surprised if, in 2025, they crash the dollar. All right. So I just want to read this real quick. All right, and I'm going to bring some precepts out, Lord willing. So this is an article from CNBC News. All right, and it says, I'm going to just read one point, not going to be long-winded. It says, trucking companies and freight rail operators scramble to move billions in trade that has been arriving at the 14 ports where the largest longshoremen union in North America is planning to strike after midnight Monday if a new contract is not reached with ports management. The reason why they're striking is due to the wages. They're being underpaid. All right, because America, they really supply most of their money, towards war, because we know you have to have a strong military to have a strong country. And right now, since other nations are creating these missiles, really, America's in competition with Russia. I believe Russia, when you Google it, I think they have more ICBM missiles than America. Okay, so America, the government, they're underpaying the truck drivers. Especially specifically the ports, where they get most of their, through the ports, most of the supplies come through the ports. Okay? So things are stirring up, man. And right now, you see everything how, hey, yo, man, yo, Esau is so wicked, man, because look how he sets everything up. Everybody's distracted by, what's going on with Diddy, Cardi B, Matumbo just died. He's really trying to blind the people from what's really going on. But the prophets, we the watchmen. All right, so we're watching and we're measuring. All right, we're watching what's going on in the news and we're linking it up with the prophecies in the scriptures. So let's bring the scriptures out. So I want to start with 2nd Ezra. I'm gonna start from 2nd Ezra 16. All right. So it says, I'm gonna start from 17. So it's 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 17. It says, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? And this is the prophet Ezra. All right. Because when he received this vision, all right, he knew that he was going to come back. This proves reincarnation. All right, he knew he was going to come. When he was seeing this vision, he knew that he was going to be there at this particular time of tribulation. So he's saying, woe is me, who's going to deliver me in those days? Because he's seeing the time of Jacob's trouble. He's seeing the vision of the last days. All right. So, and he knows that he was going to be brought back, in the flesh in those in those times. So he was scared, So verse 18, it says the beginning of sorrows, and we're in that beginning stage. All right, we're in the beginning stages of sorrows. All right, it's going to soon be civil wars. All right, race riots. All right, family turning against family. Things are going to get real hectic out here, and it's the beginning of it. All right, we see how everything is conspiring together, how things are slowly about to escalate, heading towards the year of 2025. So it says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. So like I mentioned in the article, this could potentially lead to famine, because with everything that's conspiring, with everything that's happening, especially the wars, that's happening in the Middle East between Israel and Iran, America, all right, we know America is backing Israel, man. So with that being said, a lot of the money is going to be going towards war, because Iran is allies with Russia. So America is going to be pumping their money towards war. So it's a potential, like I said, that the port drivers might meet a new contract. They might not be satisfied with the pay. Okay, so that could escalate to what? A potential famine. All right, so it's very important right now, for for you listeners, or for you believers to to use wisdom, stock up on some groceries. All right, stock up on water, canned supplies. The Lord is with us, so it just we just using the wisdom that the Lord is giving us. All right, the foresight that the Lord is allowing us to see. Why not stock up on some groceries? Why not stock up on some water? All right, because even yesterday when I was going food shopping, there was a shortage of eggs. Even though they said it's due to the bird flu, things. I'm just throwing it out there. So I'm gonna keep reading. It says, this is 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 18. It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. Because great death, a lot of people are gonna soon be put to death. Why? Because the Lord's judgment is soon about to come. All right, and a lot of people are going to die in this war, and a lot of people are going to die ultimately in World War III. All right, and a lot of people are going to die due to the famine as well. Okay, so it says the beginning of wars. So let's bring this article out. All right, the beginning of wars. All right, so it says Israel launches ground operation in southern Lebanon. Israeli military says. So this, like I mentioned earlier, is the beginning of wars between what? Israel in Iran. And the scriptures speak about how the least of flock, which is Israel, is going to draw these other nations out to war, man. And ultimately, it's going to draw America, Russia, to war, leading to a World War III. All right, so going back, it says, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And this is Ezra, he's scared, man. What shall he do when these evils come? Because this is what he's visualizing, it's all things. He's visualizing Jacob's trouble, World War III, okay? And let's get that real quick. So this is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And who's that he? The elect. Only the elect is going to be delivered, in a time of tribulation and chaos. All right? Only the elect is going to be protected, sheltered. All right? And Jacob's trouble, which we know Jacob's trouble is going to consist of plagues, pestilences, famine. And it says it was a time never seen before. So think about it. It's going to be worse than any captivity that, Israel been through. All right? Even the famine. And let me get that real quick. In 2 Kings 6. All right? So this is 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 24. Matter of fact, I'm going to start from... And this is the famine in Samaria. And mind you, it says... I'm going to start from verse 25. Mind you, in Jeremiah 30 and 7, it says Jacob's trouble is a time nothing could be compared to it. So look at this great famine that happened in Samaria. And now we're going to apply it to, what's going to soon happen. So this is 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 25. And there was a great famine in Samaria. And behold, they besieged it until an ass head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. And as the king of Israel was passing upon the wall, they cried a woman unto him, saying, help my lord, O king. And he said, if the Lord do not help thee, whence shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor, or out of the winepress? Because all these things, remember, the Lord, the scriptures speak about how the Lord is control of life and death. All right. So the Lord is in control of all things. All right. So when this famine happened in Samaria, just know it was coming from the Lord. All right. And the famine that's soon going to come, Jacob's trouble, with all the pestilences and plagues, is coming from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right, which these things are part of the Lord's judgment. Okay. So it says, verse 29, so we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, give thy son that we may eat him. And she have hid her son. Right. So this woman boiled her son and ate him because there was a great famine in Samaria. And that's what's going to happen here in America. Cannibalism. It's already, when a few years back, they already experienced that in Venezuela. It's happening right now in Haiti. All right, cannibalism, people eating each other. And that's exactly what's going to happen here in America, but at a way much larger scale, man. Mind you, people don't even know how to fast for a day. Okay? People don't even know how to, they don't even practice. The typical Jake don't practice fasting. All right? So imagine, people not eating for at least 7 days, man. No food, no water. They're going to start looking at their children. All right? They're going to start looking at their family members, and they're going to be food. So, and there's going to be a lot of chaos, man. People breaking each other's homes, trying to steal their resources. Things are about to escalate, man. And that's the reason why we have to, the scriptures say, make no tarrying and turn to the Lord. Because the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, is our safety net. Okay? So going back to 2 Ezra 16. All right, verse verse 19, it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. All right. So these famines and plagues are sent as scourges for amendment, for correction, man, leading to what? The Lord's judgment. All right. As a matter of fact, let's get that in etymology, the word amendment. All right, amendment. Yep, for correction, like I said. Yep. All right, because these things are being set because the Lord is setting his judgment out, man. All right, because scriptures say in 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter, that what? Wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth. So therefore, the Lord is going to send his plagues and his judgment upon this place, man. Okay? You know, and Yahweh Shai, he warned the disciples of, you know, the beginning of the last days. And let's get that real quick. In Matthew 24. And I'm going to just wrap it up after that. So this is Matthew chapter 24. I'm going to start from the top. So it says, and Yahweh Shai went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? So the disciples was inquiring to Yahweh Shai, when is going to be the end? What are going to be the signs of the end of the world? And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many. Verse 6, it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And that's what's going on right now. Just go on YouTube and type in World War III. You have a lot of people, when you're looking at the news, geopolitics, you know, if any brothers is into geopolitics, all they're talking about is the wars that's going on right now can potentially lead to World War III. You know, we're heading into that direction. When you look at Yahoo Finance News, you know, they all speaking about World War III, man. Okay? And this is the rumors of it. It's the gossip. Because when you go into the word rumor, is what? The gossip. The talks of it. And they're talking about it right now. They're gossiping about World War III right now. You see? So this proves that we're in the last days of the last days, but we're in that beginning stage. You see? So it says, and he shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So all these things have to come to pass, but the end is not yet, because the ultimate prophecy, you know, is when the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, is made, when they really implement the chip, man, as the world currency. All right, because you know the RFID chip is out now, but we still have this the U.S. dollar. We still use U.S. dollar to make purchases, but once the dollar crashes and they bring forth, and they're going to do it in you know, they might do it in gradualism, or they might not. They might just crash the dollar, and the chip might just be, you know, the new currency or the new way of things, how to purchase things. But you know how I believe, you know, I think they're going to do it gradually. I believe that they're going to crash the dollar, and then everything's going to be on a digital scale. You know, you're going to probably just use your phone, and then ultimately just right after that, they're going to just, you know, put it on the chip, which we see Elon Musk is promoting that through his Neuralink. Okay, so all these things have to come to pass. The mark of the beast has to be, the dollar has to crash, and the RFID chip has to be implemented. World War III, those are the two major prophecies. Okay. So it says, for nation, verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. We see that happening. Earthquakes happening in diverse places throughout the four corners of the earth. You know, there's an earthquake happening every other day. You know, California, different parts of the world. You know, famines is gonna occur. You see? And verse 8, it says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Going back to 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, this is just the beginning of sorrows. This is the beginning of Jacob's trouble. So it's important to, pray, fast, all right, and pay attention, because they're trying to distract us, but we have to, constantly be sober and vigilant, all right, and be circumspect, all right. But with that, Lord, when it was edifying, I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and with that, Shalom.